Hi everybody, it's been a while since I've done a video, so I thought I would. It's May 23rd, it's a Thursday before Memorial Weekend 2013, so I haven't done a video since Mother's Day. It's kind of a hard day, but it was good for other reasons. I just looked at myself and I have like all my makeup washed off, so been busy this evening. Just want to let everyone know I have some good news. I'm a little nervous, but I have good news. Little background, we were supposed to do in vitro. My husband's count dropped so low they wouldn't even do in vitro. We waited 3 months, retested, and it's slightly higher. I mean, when I say slightly, it went from a 0.0 to 0.2 or 0.002 or something like that. But they actually found moving sperm in one of the chambers that they looked in. When they evaluated, they kind of dissected into like a grid, and they only look at one chamber at a time. And this time they actually found 2 moving motility sperm that they actually know were alive. Before, he had some in there, but none of them were moving, and the doctor's like, I can't, with good conscience, put potentially dead sperm. I mean, they could be alive, they could just not be moving, but I don't want to do that to you when we work so hard to get those eggs. So, we're going to do it a little different. We can't do it till August, because my clinic only does it 3 or 4 times a year. So, like does in vitro cycles. And they're doing one right now, so we didn't get it in time for that one, but we're in for the August one. And sorry, I think you'd have your thoughts together, and then when the video starts rolling, you kind of go brain dead, huh? So they want to, normally someone has while they're in there having their retrieval done and having the eggs taken out of them, the man is at the same time in another room giving his donation, as my doctor likes to call it. What they want to do, they said there's a few hours that we actually have in between, so they want to schedule my retrieval for later in the day and have my husband come in 3 hours prior. Over the course of 3 hours, give 3 or 4 donations. Oh, yeah, he's not 18 anymore, but he said he could do it. And then from those, they think that they'll find, 15 to 20 moving sperm, to be able to fertilize my eggs. So when we're talking low sperm count, we're talking trying to find 15 sperm, alive sperm, in 3 or 4 ejaculations. There is a chance he just may not produce any. And at that point, they told me, did we want to have something waiting? I asked if they could go ahead and, retrieve the eggs and freeze them. And they said that was actually more costly. And what would be the most cost efficient is to call it a wash, unless I was willing to do a sperm donor. And I think if we're going to do a sperm donor, I don't want to rush into making that choice. That's a big choice, picking who's your daddy. And I think I have all the ability to have a natural pregnancy, so why not just do the turkey baster method if that's what we need to go down. So if for some reason he does not have any sperm that day, we will not do the procedure. That will save us money. And I will proceed to ovulate out 20 or so eggs naturally, or unnaturally, because that's not normal. They told me it'll be really painful because I'll be having cramping a lot. So we're just hoping that does not happen. But it's worth it. So I'm excited. We're doing that. We're going to start the shots like August 9th. And retrieval around like the 20th or something, and then put them back in, a few days after that, and we'll probably know by September. Another big deal is, when we started this process about 8-9 months ago, when we thought my husband had 1 to 2 million sperm, They only wanted to put one embryo back in me. You know, they said I was young, everything seemed fine. Let's just do one at a time and freeze and all that stuff. Well, now that we've hit this road bump, they want to put two in, which I've always dreamed. When I was a kid, I always wanted twins. I wanted twin boys and then a little girl. Now that I've gotten older and realized what 3 children would be like, I think I only want 2. So that would be so nice to just get pregnant, have 2, and just be done, and not ever have to worry about this infertility anymore. I mean, it's just, you know, my husband and I were 13 months into our marriage, and even though we've been together for, it'll be 8 years in August, this has been hard. There's been moments that have really brought us together and brought us closer, and we've dealt with things that other couples haven't had to. I hope they never do, you know? You know, my best friend and my sister both got pregnant the first month they tried, so it's kind of hard to, I mean, I love them and I'm so happy for them, but it's kind of hard to be next to them sometimes. So, something that I don't think, and maybe some people do, I haven't noticed a lot of people talk about how this affects their marriage. It has been rocky a few times, not because I blame my husband or I'm angry with him or anything like that. He processes things a lot slower than I do. And I try really hard not to punish him or whatever for that. Because who am I to say what speed or what level you should process something or make decisions, where I'm just like, let's go, let's move, what's the next step, boom, 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 boom. And so that's been a little bit of a challenge. Sometimes, you know, that's just been kind of a pain. And then his urologist talked about doing something where they actually stick a needle into the testicle and or even slice open the testicle under, the needle would just be like giving him some local anesthesia in the area, and then the other one would be he'd be out like for a day surgery, and they'd slice it open and he'd be sore for a day or two, but it would heal up. My husband put his foot down about that, and part of me is fine with that. Part of me is like, okay, yeah, everyone has their line. He never once pressured me to do in vitro. It's always been my choice. I've always wanted to do it. I always wanted to have my husband's children. He's been supportive of me, but he's never pressured me to do that. But part of that just really rubbed me the wrong way. I got really upset with him that I was willing to put my body through so much, and although it's our problem as a couple because it takes a man and a woman and to make a baby, it made me angry that I was willing to go through all this stuff for him when technically, biologically, my body doesn't need to. And I'm not saying it's his fault that that's how in vitro works or that's how pregnancy works, but it made me quite angry that I was willing to do whatever it takes to in a physical aspect, and he wouldn't go through a procedure. So even though I don't think we need that, and so it's like, why are you talking about something that no longer matters? It still matters, and I think only women are probably watching this, so I think you would attest to understanding that as well. So we've had some rocky conversations about that, and I, to be quite honest, don't know if I'm still okay with that, but I guess I have to be. It's not like it can be tested, because I don't think we're going to need it. Thank goodness, of course, because I'm sure it's expensive. But just the fact that he wasn't willing to do it. It's one of those things, again, in marriage that you don't have to face when your fertility is fine. And I'm not saying that people who can make babies naturally don't have any problems, or there's not other things like this. I understand that, but not every couple has to say, well, what do you mean you won't slice open your testicle for me to get babies? I mean, it's not a very often brought up subject. So anyways, I thought I would share about that, because that's been, you know, that's the full parts of it. It's not always the most fun part to talk about, but it's the truth, and it's our journey. Another thing I'm also trying to do, especially if they're going to be putting 2 eggs in me, I'm really trying to lose some weight. Join Weight Watchers. I've lost some weight, so I'm trying to keep the momentum up. I'm not setting myself a goal weight to be at by August 9th. I'm not going to do that to myself because I also know I need to be in a good mental anxiety free or low stage. So I'm just going to try to just keep trying to chip away at it, and what weight I am, and when you're as big as I am anyways, they don't really want you to gain too much weight, and they don't want you to, even for twins, I don't know. So I could even stay on a somewhat same routine and maybe even continue to lose some of the excess weight, because carrying twins on, I have a large frame. I've always had large bone structure, and I'm 5'9". I've always been, even at my thinnest, I was always the sports, the taller players, the post in basketball and things like that. So I think my body is actually a perfect body to carry twins in if I didn't have so much extra weight on me. So that's what we're working on. I can sure pack it on, but it's a little hard to take it off, unfortunately. So I'm excited to see a lot of people I've been watching. I've kind of tuned out just because it's been hard, but I watched a few videos over the week. I'm excited to see some pregnancies. That's really exciting. And for the ladies who haven't had any, I'm still praying for you, and I hope all the best. And we're going to be, we're running a mock test on June 10th for my husband, and he's going to go in and do 2 deposits in a 30-minute time span. We're just going to test and see how that works for him. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But other than that, I'm already kind of, just the fact that the thought of being pregnant at the end of the summer, and let alone with twins, we bought this big house 2 years ago, and I've been slowly doing projects on it. Behind me is a brand new ceiling fan, and I put up that crown molding, and I painted this room, and all these lovely windows. I did all that trim, so I've done a lot of work, but there's still more I want to do. So I have a goal this summer to get a lot done, because I want it to be perfect by the time we bring kids here. So I'm already kind of going through a weird nesting stage. So anyways, I've already made this really long, I'm sorry. But it feels good to make another video because it just means that something's moving forward, so. Oh yeah, and I may have braces while pregnant, because everyone wants to be an adult pregnant with braces. Maybe I can do the Invisalign or something like that. Keep in mind, I've already had braces once in my life, and headgear, and all that. Yay! So, okay, I'm rambling. Everyone have a good night. Bye-bye.